What is cracking, my fellow pie lovers? It is MegapieMan here, and that means it is random demo time. Today we will talk about child-parent issues, take a stroll through our basement, and show off all of the monsters that live there as we take a look at Ed McMillan's game, The Binding of Isaac. Loosely based off a biblical tale of the same name, The Binding of Isaac is a randomly generated RPG dungeon crawler that has been compared to games like the original Zelda and Rogue. The story starts off with Isaac and his mother living happily in their house on a hill. That is, until one day, God tells Isaac's mother that she must kill her son to prove her faith to him. Trying to find somewhere to hide, Isaac throws himself down a trapdoor and into the unknown depths of his basement. There he comes across all sorts of mutated monstrosities and lost brethren, with only his own tears to defend himself with. Developed by some of the people from Team Meat, who you may recognize as the developers behind the widely popular game Super Meat Boy, The Binding of Isaac doesn't fail to entertain. Being randomly generated every time you play the game, there's a new map layout for each level, including one of 100-some items to collect, as well as a boss randomly chosen for about 20 or so possible bosses. While the demo only includes 2 levels, level 1 and level 3, it shows off most, if not all, the mechanics in the game. Each level has room after room filled with horrible monsters, but there are also some rooms that you should be conscious of looking for. Each level in the demo has a shop or item room somewhere in the maze of monsters, as well as the possibility of coming across an arcade that can be used to get even more items. A gauntlet room which has a random item or chest in it, and if you choose to take the item or open the chest, Isaac must then defeat 3 waves of enemies before he can leave, as well as the chance to come across a mini-boss room. Each level also has a hidden or secret room that can only be opened by using a bomb to blow a hole in the wall or by using some specific items to see where the hidden room is. This room could have anything from a random amount of cents to a slot machine to any in-game item. Speaking of items, The Binding of Isaac is full of different ones to collect. Each time you play the game, the items are randomized, so there's a type of luck when it comes to coming across the ones you want or the ones you need. There are 3 different kinds of items in this game. Spacebar items that can be activated with using the spacebar after they've been collected, but Isaac can only carry one of these at a time and must drop the one he's currently carrying before he can pick up another one. There are also passive items such as health and damage upgrades, as well as having a little extra guy following you around and shoot some enemies. Passive items can change how Isaac looks, leading to some interesting results. The third kind of items are consumables, which can range from different colored pills that do different things each time you play the game, such as either raising your stats or lowering your stats, or just not doing anything at all. There are also tarot cards that do different things depending upon which card you have. Bosses in this game are also unique, as there is not only different ones you could come across, but also different versions of each boss, some of them being a lot more difficult to defeat than others. When McMillan went looking for someone to make the music for this game, he went to a very familiar face, Danny Baranowski, who you may recall is the same guy who made the soundtrack for Super Meat Boy. Just like in that game, Baranowski brought his A-game, making some of my favorite in-game music, as well as releasing the soundtrack for only 99 cents. I would have to say that I didn't really know what to expect when I first tried The Binding of Isaac and was pleasantly surprised by it. The demo is available free on Newgrounds.com, which means that it was created in Adobe Flash, although I'm not sure if the full game was created in Flash or not. The Binding of Isaac is available on Steam for only $5, and there is also a big update planned for Halloween 2011 that will add even more items and bosses, as well as 2 more levels to the main game. The only bad thing that I can think of about this game is that it can be increasingly difficult, especially since there is no guarantee you will get the items you need when you specifically need them. While difficulty isn't necessarily a bad thing, it can turn some crowds off and make them pass on the game. Overall, I'd have to give this game a solid 9 out of 10. Until next time, I'm MegapieMan, and I hope you have a fantastic day.